Hey guys, if you're receiving Social Security SSI or SSDI benefits, what I'm about to share could put hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket every month. The Social Security Administration just dropped major updates about the 2025 and 2026 COLA increases, and most people have no idea what's really happening. But here's the thing. If you don't understand these changes, you could be leaving serious money on the table. Money that you're legally entitled to, but the system won't hand over unless you know exactly what to ask for. Look, I've been helping people navigate Social Security for over 1 year now. I've seen families go from struggling to pay rent to having that extra breathing room they desperately needed. My own grandmother almost missed out on $400 extra per month because nobody explained these rules properly. That's when I realized how broken the communication really is between the SSA and the people who need help most. Here's what's scary. The Social Security Administration isn't jumping up and down to make sure you know about every dollar you're entitled to. They'll send you a basic notice, but they won't tell you about timing strategies that could maximize your increase, or the little-known rules that could qualify you for backdated payments. Most people are sitting there waiting for their automatic increase, not realizing there are specific actions they should be taking right now to make sure they get every penny they deserve. I've seen people miss out on thousands simply because they didn't know about the 60-day rule. Others lost money because they didn't understand how asset limits work with the new increases. The clock is literally ticking on some of these opportunities, and once these windows close, that money is gone forever. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening with the 2025 and 2026 COLA increases. We'll cover the key steps you need to take, the insider strategies most people never hear about, and I'll show you the exact documents you need to protect your benefits. Here's what we're covering: the real numbers behind the COLA increase, critical deadlines you cannot miss, asset limit changes that could affect your eligibility, how to calculate your exact new benefit amount, the appeals process if something goes wrong. Quick disclaimer: I'm not a lawyer or SSA employee. Everything I'm sharing is for educational purposes only. Always verify details with the SSA directly and consider consulting with a qualified professional for your specific situation. The 2025 COLA increase is 2.5%, but here's what the SSA isn't clearly explaining. This percentage doesn't apply equally to everyone. If you're receiving SSI, your current maximum federal benefit is $943 per month for individuals. With the 2.5% increase, that jumps to approximately $967. But if you're married or have other income sources, the calculation gets way more complicated. For SSDI recipients, it depends on your primary insurance amount. Let me give you a real example. Sarah from Ohio was receiving $1,800 per month in SSDI. Her 2.5% increase equals $45 extra per month, or $540 per year. But Sarah almost missed out on an additional $200 because she didn't know about a recalculation she was eligible for. Here's something most people don't realize. The 2026 projections are already looking at potentially 3.1% to 3.7% increases based on current inflation trends. Stick with me, because the next step could literally double the impact of your increase. There are 3 deadlines that could make or break your benefit increase. Deadline 1, October 31st, 2025. This is your appeal deadline if you disagree with your new benefit calculation. Most people don't realize they can appeal COLA calculations, but if there's an error in your work history, this is your shot. Deadline 2, December 15th, 2025. Asset reporting deadline for SSI recipients. If your assets have changed, you must report this before your new benefit kicks in. I've seen people lose their entire SSI because they had $100 in the bank instead of the $2,000 limit. Deadline 3. February 28, 2026. Cutoff for requesting retroactive payments if you believe you were underpaid during the transition. Let me tell you about Marcus from Texas. He missed the asset reporting deadline by just 3 days because he didn't know about a small inheritance. It took him 8 months and a lawyer to get his benefits reinstated. Don't be Marcus. Mark these dates in your calendar. set phone alarms, and gather all your financial documents. The SSA won't remind you, they'll just penalize you if you miss them. This step is crucial because the COLA increase can actually push some people over asset limits without them realizing it. For SSI, the asset limit is still $2,000 for individuals and $3,000 for couples. When your monthly benefit goes up and you're not spending it fast enough, you could accidentally exceed the limit. Here's a real scenario. Linda receives $943 in SSI and has $1,800 in savings. With her new $967 benefit, if she doesn't adjust her strategy, she could hit $2,000 in assets within a few months and lose eligibility entirely. But there's a smart way around this. You can use the excluded assets strategy. Your primary home, regardless of value, one vehicle for transportation, burial funds up to $1,500, life insurance with cash value under $1,500. The key is restructuring your assets before the increase hits. I helped my client Janet convert $500 of her savings into a prepaid burial fund, keeping her safely under the limit while protecting her increased benefits. If you're close to the asset limit, consider setting up automatic bill payments for necessities. This creates a paper trail and helps keep your bank balance low. Most people just wait for their new amount to show up, but smart folks calculate it themselves to catch errors early. The SSA makes mistakes. About 1 in 200 COLA calculations have errors that cost beneficiaries money. For SSDI, the calculation is your current monthly benefit times 1.025 equals new benefit amount. For SSI, it's more complex because it's needs-based. Your new amount equals new maximum federal benefit, countable income, plus state supplement if applicable. Here's where it gets interesting. Let's say you have a small part-time job earning $200 per month. The SSA uses the $20 plus earned income exclusion rule. They'll ignore the first $65 of your earnings, then count only half of the remaining amount. So $200 minus $65 equals $135. Half of $135 is $67.50. Your countable income is actually only $87.50 per month, not $200. If you have any earnings, even tiny amounts from odd jobs or selling things online, make sure the SSA has the correct information. I've seen people lose benefits because the SSA overestimated their income based on outdated data. Coming up next, I'm going to share the strategy that could get you retroactive payments, something 90% of people never even try. If you believe your COLA increase is wrong, you have the right to appeal. Most people think appeals are only for benefit denials, but you can appeal calculation errors too. Here's what happened with Robert from Michigan. His COLA increase was calculated based on old work records that didn't include his highest earning year. Through appeals, we got his PIA recalculated, which increased his monthly SSDI by an extra $180. That's $2. $160 per year on top of his COLA increase. The appeals process has 4 levels, but you want to win at the reconsideration level. It's faster, cheaper, and less stressful. What you need for a successful appeal: Form SSA 561, Request for Reconsideration, documentation proving the error, pay, stubs, tax returns, work records, clear, written explanation of why you believe the calculation is wrong, any supporting medical documentation for SSDI reviews. When you file your appeal, request your complete SSA file. They have to give it to you for free, and sometimes you'll discover errors you didn't even know existed. Here's something that could add even more money to your monthly check: state supplements that many people don't even know exist. 43 states plus Washington, D.C. provide additional payments on top of federal SSI. These supplements also get COLA increases, but they're calculated separately. For example, if you live in California and receive SSI, you could get an additional $200 plus per month in state supplements. New York provides up to $87 extra for individuals. Pennsylvania offers supplements for specific living situations. But here's the catch. You usually have to apply for these separately, and each state has different rules. Go to your state's social services website and search for SSI State Supplement. If you find you're eligible, apply immediately. Some states don't provide retroactive payments for supplements. This final step is about protecting the benefits you've secured from the most common costly mistakes. Mistake number 1. Not reporting changes within 10 days. Any change in income, assets, living situation, or medical condition must be reported within 10 days. Set calendar reminders for any life changes. Mistake 2. Assuming direct deposit protects you from overpayments. If the SSA makes an error and overpays you, they will take that money back, even if it wasn't your fault. Monitor your payments and report discrepancies immediately. Mistake 3. Not keeping detailed records. Keep a benefits binder with copies of all SSA correspondence, bank statements showing benefit deposits, medical records, and income documentation. This saved my client, Patricia, $3,000 when the SSA tried to claim she was overpaid. Mistake number 4. Ignoring medical reviews. SSDI recipients get periodic medical reviews. If you miss appointments or don't submit requested documentation, your benefits can be terminated regardless of COLA increases. Set up a separate bank account just for your Social Security benefits. This makes tracking easier and provides clear documentation if questions arise. Let me share insider strategies most people never hear about. Tip 1. The Ticket to Work strategy. If you're on SSDI and want to try working, the Ticket to Work program provides protection from medical reviews while you test your work capacity. This is valuable when your benefits are increasing. Tip 2. Representative Payee Optimization. If you have a representative payee managing your benefits, make sure they understand these COLA changes and how to properly manage increased amounts to stay within asset limits. Tip 3. Medicare Premium Protection. Your Medicare Part B premiums are deducted from Social Security benefits. When COLA increases are smaller than Medicare premium increases, there's a hold harmless rule that protects most beneficiaries. But SSI recipients might not be protected. Tip 4. Emergency advance payments. If you're facing financial hardship while waiting for your COLA increase, you might be eligible for emergency advance payments. Most people don't know these exist. Let's recap the key actions you need to take. Calculate your expected new benefit amount * using the 2.5% COLA increase. Mark the 3 critical deadlines * in your calendar and set reminders. Review your assets and income * to ensure you stay within limits. Gather documentation * for potential appeals or reviews. Check for state supplement eligibility 20 * in your area. Set up protection systems to avoid costly mistakes. Consider advanced strategies * like ticket. Remember, these COLA increases are automatic, but maximizing and protecting them requires action on your part. I promised you that complete Social Security benefits toolkit. This includes COLA calculation worksheets for both SSI and SSDI, asset tracking templates to stay within limits, appeals letter templates with examples, state supplement resource guides for all 50 states, complete checklist of deadlines and action items. To get your free toolkit, click the link in the description or comment Toolkit, and I'll send it directly. If this video helped you understand your COLA increases better, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I post new Social Security updates every week. Make sure you watch my next video where I break down upcoming Medicare premium changes and how they'll affect your net Social Security benefits. That video could save you hundreds on healthcare costs. Thanks for watching, and remember, your benefits are your lifeline. Take the time to understand and protect them properly. I'll see you in the next video.